A much less spectacular game was Game 4 between the Sixers and the Celtics, Philly trying to avoid a sweep. This was a frightening moment. Tobias Harris, watch as he gets his feet swept out from under him, and we'll show you again here. It's kind of tough to watch as he goes face first into the ground. He passed concussion protocol. He came back in the game. So that's obviously all great news. He finished with 20. Meanwhile, with Harris out, the Celtics went on a run. Jason Tatum, who scored 28. Boston had a 12-point lead. And then just a festival of defensive miscommunication for Philly. Look at this. Where are they going? This is Kemba Walker. He would score 32. Celtics pulling away under 6 to go. More defensive frustration and miscommunication, and it is a Celtic sweep. They take out the Sixers 110-106.
What do you think the issue is with this team? I mean, do you think it's the way it's built? Do you think it's coaching? Do you think it's the bad luck with the injuries? All of the above? What would you say the issue is? Because like Brett may.
That's a very stupid question. There's no issue. We good. We just didn't win. We all tried, and we could have done more. I could have done more, but like I said, that was a stupid question. There's no issue. There was a lot of stuff going on, and you just live and learn.
All right, so what does the fallout in Philly look like? Here he is, the man himself, our insider extraordinaire, Adrian Wojnarowski. Woj, what would you expect the fallout to be of this sweep in the end of this season for the Sixers?
Greeny, there are going to be changes in Philadelphia. It remains to be seen, how dramatic those are. I believe that it's very likely that they begin with Brett Brown. And the unlikelihood that he will be back for his 8th season next year.
So Brown, we would expect there to be a change there. Obviously, the stars are the ones that we'll talk about. Ben Simmons not playing down there in this entire series because of injury. Embiid, brilliant at times, and yet obviously some question marks. Would you expect them to, I want to even go beyond it, would you expect there to be changes that go beyond the head coach, something as dramatic as breaking up their 2 superstars?
I think the chances of that are fairly remote, Greeny. I still think that if they're gonna make a change at head coach, I think they're likely to allow another coach to come in and try to make that partnership work. They are still young players. They still the third postseason that they've had together, Simmons was out, didn't play obviously in this Boston series. You don't get value when you trade players of that ilk. And remember, these are both players under contract. They're not at risk of losing somebody in free agency. They have rushed in Philadelphia at times to try to speed this up around Simmons and Embiid. They've made trades and undone deals, and they traded for Jimmy Butler and then moved Butler on in a sign and trade to Miami. They don't have to keep making more significant, massive deals because in the end, you usually don't get the value back for those kinds of stars. I think you'll see them continue to try to build around Simmons and Embiid.
All right, that'll be really interesting to watch. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.